So I wanted to remake the video of the cops thing and what they're making me lay in piss. So I'm going to tell that story from point A to point B. First off, I'm med compliant now because I actually, the 19th time I went off the medication, I experienced what schizophrenia is for me, and it's not for me, so I decided to start taking the medicine willingly. But the other 18 times I did not, and one of the 18 times I wanted to stop taking the medication, ask them to lower it, they won't do any of that. You know, so I stopped taking it. Go into psychosis from withdrawals from the medication, has nothing to do with the schizophrenia. So my mom, I come home from work, there's 12 cop cars sitting outside my apartment, my space is empty, I pull up in it, I park it, get out, I'm looking at them, I get out of my car, walk up, and see cops looking in my window, and I'm like, can I help you? And they're like, who are you? I'm Matthew. And they're like, they come up to me, and you got anything in your pockets? And I say, I got some cigarettes, some other stuff. And they say, you're coming with us. So one of the 12 cop cars that came took me down to the crisis unit. On the way, they took the money out of my wallet. The one in the passenger seat took the money out of my wallet and stuck it in his pocket. I sat there and watched him do it. $65, $67. Then we get there and start talking about the blind mosquitoes, and I cooperate 100%, and, you know, knowing that they stole my money just because, you know, there's no point in even saying anything. So then the two techs that were there, that met me, the two police officers in there that took me back, took me to a seclusion room, and there was a bed with urine, a puddle of urine, like this big. It was huge, and because the mat's like this, and she says, lay in it, and we're restraining you or you're going to jail. So what choice do I have after all this to lay in the urine and go through all that? So I laid in the urine for about 20 minutes, strapped down, 4-point restraints for no reason, didn't do anything, cooperated. They should have given me my sheets and sent me to bed. And, you know, it's just interesting that they're giving me drugs that are fucking me up. They won't let me go off of them or giving me the opportunity to go off of them. Then they force you to go into psychosis. It's the Republican thing, you know. It's the push them until they fall over. They get a lot of money out of me every month, the pharmaceutical companies and whoever else, for these drugs. And I just got another one added because I'm having involuntary movements, and that's even more expensive. But you see the thing is the whole reason that all that happened to me, you know, I don't know what my mom is saying to these people for 12 cop cars to show up and me to go through all that shit. Like, I stopped talking to my mom about 2 years ago. There was a speech-to-text error that happened with my phone when I was talking to my dad that I hadn't talked to in 20 years, and they started talking again. And it's something about my dad being in the hospital, and my mom said some messed up shit, like I'm messed up, and it was a speech-to-text error. I checked the phone, I thought I could trust it, I could not. So then I just started making jokes and hitting send, and I never talked to him again, my dad or my mom. Except I talked to my mom one more time after that, and Jan wanted a picture or something from my mom, and I quit talking to my mom. I ain't got time for someone who wants to have 12 cop cars show up at my house, then one of them steal my money, and then when they get me to the crisis unit, then make me lay in a bed of piss. She's not helping me. 12 cop cars for no reason. Never been violent in my life. Interesting. It's interesting, I think.